Okay. Well, for me, I'm really excited to have with us today my
Same
friend
here.
brother. Of about 18 years, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Man,
18.
that's great.
About 18 years.
Wow.
Yes.
We
Beginning from
thank God.
the Better by Far University of Ilorin, Nigeria.
Oh, man. Mm.
Thank you very
Oh,
much for coming on board.
pleasure, sir. And
Yeah.
thanks for having
Yes. Yeah. Before we start our discussion today, yeah, it's 18 years now, and I know
me.
viewers want to have an idea of who is Yinka Babalola.
Interesting. I'm even thinking about just reminding me of my last interview. All right. Um, Basically, this is Yinka Babalola, yes, as I'm putting that again. I'm highly passionate about working with people, helping people. That's on the my personal social responsibility side, right? But professional, of course, we were in the same class. So we
Yeah.
studied computer science, but
Yeah.
largely I worked as a technical support engineer. Um, that's been my widest work experience. That was with Webfontaine Nigeria Limited. Then I've switched fully to a project manager. So presently I work on a CSR project, actually, with the NGO arm of one of the biggest conglomerates in Nigeria. I just don't want to mention it now.
That's right.
You know,
That's
somebody.
fine. That's why.
I'm
Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you.
This is really nice. This is really nice. This is really
Thank
nice.
you,
So excited to hear this. All right. So,
sir.
to begin our conversation today,
Yeah.
there is this thing called purpose.
Mm.
There is this thing called goal setting. And
Right.
sometimes one would tend to ask, is there a difference
Mm.
between goal setting? Is there a
Mm.
difference between purpose? Or how can we lay a foundation for the two?
Oh, right. Well, okay. So. I mean, these are words that are important for us to, keep as daily stuff we throw around. I hear a lot about purpose. I hear a lot about goal setting, especially the beginning of the year when people are making resolutions, people are doing all sorts of stuff. But then the word purpose has to be demystified because for a lot of people, they're expecting us to say that, yeah, purpose is one big stuff. And then if I don't discover purpose, I can't do this. And then a lot of people have waited for years to discover purpose. And then because of that, they're not doing so much in life. They're just waiting for, something massive. You know, the way the human mind is wired. We like the spectacular. We like big stuff. When somebody tells you that you did a business, and then let me use Naira now because that's my reality and not reality. Of course, if somebody says he made 20,000, another person says he made 2 billion naira. The 2 billion naira guy tends to attract more attention. It's all in fact it applies to every aspect of life. Take for example, a skinny guy like me appear at a place, or somebody very big, on the big side appears at everybody just pays attention to that big person, or someone that is very dark like me. We're used extremes, right? But you see, the word purpose is pretty simple, right? Because the way God wired humanity, everything we do is coined around purpose. Think of how you take care of your health, think of your family, think of your career, think of the course you study in school, think of everything as purpose. So, one of the things that might not help any individual is that you take simple things and complicate them. And
Mm,
then you now take complicated things and you are trying to simplify them. It's going to be sheer waste of time.
mm,
And let me borrow this word. If there is anything like saying the devil wants to deceive a man, what he wants to help you do is to waste your time
mm,
trying to battle simple things in complicated ways.
mm.
Simple things require simple ways to go about them. So back to this subject of purpose. Purpose simply is the reason for something. When I say what's your reason for being here? What's your purpose for being here? I'm asking your reason for being here. Why are we here today? There's a purpose. The purpose we're here today is to actually demystify the subject of purpose and goal sets as
Yes.
we are in 2024 and
Yeah.
for the rest of our lives. So simply put, what is purpose? Purpose is your reason for existence. And somebody is now looking at it. So why do I exist? Why you exist is not just one line of statement. It's just not one thing. Somebody will say, I met a guy some time ago. He wrote a book and the book did really well. And so he started telling me that, he has come to discover purpose. He has come to realize that it's called to be a publisher and this and this and that. So I told him, I said, relax. One of the mistakes you are making is that this is just one of the expressions of your life.
Excellent.
It's not everything about you. So don't try to camp around writing books and then he disagreed with me. Ask me how many books he had written. It was only the book that he wrote.
Interesting.
So I saw him some months ago. I'm like, what's up with your publishing? And he said, in fact, he has realized that he's a salesman to the core. I said, I don't have a problem with all the things you are doing. The only challenge you have with your definition, your narrative, that's the word, your narrative about life is that you think that your purpose is just one thing that you are called to do. I do not talk down the fact that we are all passionate about different things. I'm passionate when it comes to career. I can sit down with, I work with a lot of developers, right? Guys that write codes. And many of them do not even understand how to go about projects, how to go about products. And sometimes I just sit down, just looking at it. I'm trying to help them arrange how to do things. I'm trying to explain to them that this is what's going to happen. I'm trying to tell the guy that's written beautiful software that if you are going to do anything, this is how you're supposed to do it. I just do those things naturally. But then I won't now come out to say that's my purpose. No, but it's just one of the expressions of my existence, and that's part of my purpose. So your purpose in life are bits and pieces of different things that culminate into what you really, think for, what you really love to get done in life. For example, I just love to provide solutions. And there are different ways I love to provide solutions. Sometimes I counsel people, that's one of it. Sometimes I do my project management, that's part of it. Sometimes I play, I'm a very playful person. It's also part of purpose as far as I'm concerned. So part of the goals I've set this year is that I'm just going to make some people happy. I'm going to make some people happy by counseling them. I'm going to make some people happy by managing their projects. I'm going to make some people happy by volunteering my gifts and talents and purposes for them. So let's just demystify it. There are bits and pieces of everything about life. So, and there are phases to this life. There are times you find yourself doing something so much that it looks like that's all you want to do forever. And then you find yourself also that you transition into another phase and you're wondering, oh, I never knew I was going to be a software developer. See me learning software development. I didn't even know I was going to learn anything data analysis until some months ago, where I just found myself, I did a boot camp and I loved it. But I've not told myself that I've changed that my purpose in life is now to do data analysis. That's not my purpose. It's just an expression of the solution I like to offer generally. So when you're thinking purpose, start thinking phases of life, different things that you can get done. And when it also comes to putting things to practice. Now, some people are waiting for that big day when they're going to do something big, they're going to start a big business. It doesn't work like that. No. Yeah. While you wait for the big things of this life, what would happen with those little things that come your way? Like the Holy Bible says, whatsoever your hand finds to do, whatsoever. Of course, it's going to be good stuff. Whatsoever good stuff your hand finds to do, he said, do it with all your might. Sometimes the big things you are expecting to start doing, it is while you're doing those small things that a connection will come that will lead you into those big things. So when it comes to purpose, that's what it is. It's where you find yourself part-time, appropriately part-time, and whatever you do with what you want to get done. I'll give you a final example, and then I'll talk a bit about goal setting. So I have a who wanted to be a lecturer for that. We saw that she loves to impact knowledge, but he kept saying she wanted to be a lecturer. Since she was in the university, he wanted to be a lecturer. I didn't even know what it meant to be a lecturer at that time because I was very small. So when she finished school, I just expected that she was going to become a lecturer. She was going to start working in university and all that. But guess what she started doing? She started teaching in a secondary school. Wow. I felt disappointed, like secondary school, okay. After all of this, I want to be this, I want to. She taught in secondary school for a while. Then at some point, I think one of the days, our principal just said that there was a master's program that was open that she could pick it. She had even said that she already loved taking care of secondary school children. The lecturing goal bloodhounds
Yeah.
at some point. So she was just doing secondary school and she was doing well. So she
Wow.
ran masters. While she was running masters, she was not even the best student during masters. One of the lecturers just cited her and said, "You'll be a good lecturer."
Wow.
And that's how her lecturing journey started. So she
Wow.
had the big picture. So it's okay to have big pictures, but it is little things that would culminate into the big things of this world. So everybody has big pictures. We have things, lofty things we want to become.
Hmm.
But then why don't you take it easy? Anywhere you find yourself for time, make the most of it and start building up to that stuff you want to build into. And that's where goal setting now makes sense. Wherever you have found yourself today,
Yes.
you can now start setting goal, but we'll get to goal setting. So let me just leave it at that. I'm just trying to demystify purpose. Like, it's not just one singular thing. It's bits and pieces of many things around our lives, many expressions around our
Yeah.
lives. I hope I made some sense.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. That's really nice because yeah, starting small is really, really always very good. It's not no one starts from the top. Everyone always will always start from the with just a step. Now,
Mm.
just to continue with what you started already,
Yes, sir.
you laid a foundation for purpose.
Mm.
And someone is out there saying, yes, I think I know what I want to do. Yeah, but it's always every new year comes with a new challenge. Uh, and so one is asking, um,
Mm.
how do I align my purpose
Mm.
with my goals? Uh,
Right. Right. So let me first of all start from goals.
excellent.
Now, they said goals are targets with set dates, right? So
Yes.
take, for example, we go to a soccer field without a goal post. We're just playing. We are going to leave that place frustrated. But the key thing that brought us together is soccer.
Excellent.
Before there can be goal posts, there must be soccer. When it
Yes.
comes to, you're playing basketball, because you can dunk, there must be that there net or whatever they call it. You understand?
Yes.
So before you're talking goal, you must talk about a purpose around which the goal is built. So
Mm,
when we talk about aligning purpose with goals, first of all, you have to be clear about your purpose per time.
mm.
There was a time in my life I actually thought I was going to become a human resource person. It just felt really
I
good
think
to
I, I
myself.
think I remember.
Well, I'm very far from being a human resource person now. It doesn't even cross my head. It doesn't interest me in any way. You know, I realized that I was just looking for the easy way out in life at that point.
Mm,
But at another point, I now realized that because I love solutions, creating solutions, and I realized that it tended a lot more towards tech. But I didn't want to start writing codes. I didn't want to start doing all of those things. And so I profiled myself, I sat myself down that I love to give solutions. How exactly do I want to give solutions? So the purpose is to give solutions. But how exactly do I want to give the solution? I think I can play around being a project manager and a business analyst. So I took a project management course, a professional one, and I came out. In fact, in the class, I enjoyed it. Just felt like I used to go and play. When you're going to explain all those funny terminologies, net present value, some of those stuff, work breakdown structure, and all of those things. And then when it got really complicated, I loved that class. I
wow.
really, really loved it. So I now realized that this is a tool for me to give solutions. So I stayed with it because it aligned with my personality and with my passion. With my passion and your so take note of two things: your passion, your personality, and the expression of what you want to give out to you. So those things, project management, business analysis aligned a lot with my personality and with my, with the things I wanted to do. So I told myself that, yes, so let me just stay here. So I tried to play a trick on my mind. What of accounting? No, it's a no-go area. I thought about other things. So I profiled myself and I told myself that at this stage of my life, this is what I am supposed to be doing. So I
Mm,
stayed there. Now, since I now knew that's what I was supposed to do, for you to get the best out of anything you want to do, you need to set goals and targets around it.
wow.
Because if you say you want to become a project manager, there are many project managers out there. They are just almost aimless. They're just doing what they want to do.
Mm,
But you are going to be a more effective person if you have goals around the purpose for which you exist. So let me quickly summarize that one. Your personality, and then your passion, yes, your personality, your passion. Can you define those things clearly? Sit yourself down. Now, this is it. The challenge with many of us in this generation is that we are too distracted. You know, people say tech is where the money is, everybody's running tech. And they say this is where the money is, everybody's running here. Listen, money is everywhere. So long you can tweak value, you can give value out. Money is everywhere, right? So stop being distracted by everything. Don't go and be doing tech by force. If you're not supposed to be doing tech, if it's not an expression, leave it. Go and do what you're supposed to also do. So look at your personality. Number two, look at your passion. Look at the common denominator between those two, and then make a decision on the direction to go. And like I was saying earlier, you need to literally sit. It's literal. Sit and take your time to get that done. With personally, think deep, look at yourself, ask yourself questions. Number two, seek opinion from experienced people, unbiased people. Ask them questions. Do you think I can do this? And then number three, I mean, there are many professional tools that you can use online, you know, to spell out your passion and your personality. And if you don't want to do that, you can consult professionals along that line. I hope you are not thinking like a typical Nigerian and African now. Say, I don't want to pay for it. I just want it free. Let me just get it free. If you truly are serious with your life and you're going to maximize things, you may have to pay for some things. There are courses that I bought online just because I needed to understand myself a lot better, you know. So think of your passion, your personality, and then think of what would help you express your passion and personality well in an economically sensible way. Think of what will help you express your passion and your personality well in an economic sensible way.
Will you like to expand on that? Economically sensible way. Yes.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Now, I love to help people.
Okay.
And I have decided to start helping people as an accountant.
Okay.
So, and my personality, since I can play with figures, I can do this well. I've done a good personality test. You know, maybe I even used the third party or I did things myself, and I started planning it. I started practicing rather a little bit here, a little bit there, you know. But then I just know how to do those things well. I'm not applying it in any way, anywhere. You know that every organization that exists is a tiny bit of the economic environment around anywhere we have. So let's say that your consulting business now, I begin to work with you because you are offering value to the economy of Nigeria, wherever you are. And I am working with you. I am contributing to the economic involvement of the country, whether I'm a volunteer or I'm a paid staff. So having done all of those things, you are not learning a skill or you are not unking your passion and personality so that you can sit down somewhere and just be bragging that you can do something. It is that you are looking at the business side of what you do. And when I say the business side, I don't mean that you're doing buying and selling. You are looking at how you can give value with what you do. One of the things I did at the point after I finished learning project management was I started begging. I mean, I was begging people to manage projects for them.
Free.
I'm telling you, I had to beg. And then, yes, then I added it to my portfolio. At least I didn't write it, I did not charge.
Yes.
But I volunteered across board. So look at how to be economically viable with whatever you're doing. Because that makes a lot of sense. You know, there are a lot of passionate but broke people and they are frustrated. And you don't want to find yourself there. So let me just drop it there.
All right, thank you very much. This is really, really nice. I know there's a part in which self-reflection also plays, but there's someone who is out there asking a question. Every year we talk about purpose, every year we talk about goal setting. I've never at any point achieved anything. I don't know if you can just provide one or two insights in that direction.
Awesome, thank you for that. Now, there's something called sight. Sight. You know, I like very funny definitions. So when people say what is technical analysis, I'll tell them that it's the analysis that is technical. When they say what is fundamental analysis, I'll tell them it is the analysis that is fundamental. Yeah. So what is sight? Sight is seeing. Yeah. Simple as that. Now, there's everybody has, we all have eyes. Sadly, some people cannot see, maybe due to accidents, but defects. It's just that, but then that's the situation. And some people can see. But do you know that some people can see, but they can't still see? Yeah. This is a white handkerchief. Okay. But do you know that some people will see it and tell you it's green or red? You know, so sight is important. Sight is interesting. there were times I could not get some things done because I couldn't see right with my mind.
Hmm.
So sight is interesting. Now, there are different forms of sight. There is foresight. There is hindsight. So hindsight is what I want to camp with when we're talking about reflections.
Okay.
Because one of those things that many of us don't do is to sit to reflect. Many times we don't think deep. Now, one of my biggest sources of motivation is the Holy Bible. And one of my favorite scriptures is Psalm 92, verse 5. He said, how deep are your thoughts? So he said, how precious are your thoughts, oh Lord, that God, that they are very deep.
Hmm.
Anybody that would advance and do well will be deep thinkers. As in, they will be really, really deep thinkers. Any business that is doing massive things, they are deep thinkers behind those stuff. So what happens with most people is that we keep doing things the same way. You wanted to do a particular business in 2023, and then it didn't work fine. And then you entered into 2024. You have still decided to do that same business. You have not sat down to reflect using different parameters to ask yourself if that's a proper direction that you're supposed to traverse or that you're supposed to travel or navigate. So the challenge most of the time is people don't sit down to deeply reflect. Somebody just pauses and says, I didn't do anything in 2023. How 2024 will be better? And then they start to plan towards 2024. How do you reflect? You sit, literally, you sit down and you look at your life in 2023. What are the key things that you did in 2023? What was the goal that you were chasing? Sir, can I shock you? Do you know that most people don't have goals?
Interesting.
Most people are not specific. Most people are not specific.
Hmm.
I've gone for meetings before, and then I ask, what do you need? They say, I need a lot of money. And so I walk up to somebody to say, how much exactly do you need?
Hmm.
Many people, I can't put a percentage to it because I didn't try to analyze that, but many. I can even say like 8 out of 10
Wow.
could not give me proper figures to what they want. Somebody will say, like many Christians will say, and even Muslims say, that Almighty God, Almighty Allah surprise me.
Hmm.
So what if the Almighty Allah appears, Almighty God appears, or Jesus appears now and says, what exactly do you want? So people are not specific. And that is where we miss it most of the time. Many people just do stuff. Look at that now. A lot of people are relocating and it's okay. But I saw a family that just relocated and they got there. They didn't get stranded eventually. Anyway, it's good for them. But they just saw a program, saw it online, applied for it, and they left Nigeria, sold their house, and just left. And my question to them was, sorry, how much study did you take or make as regards this immigration channel that you took? They said they just saw it online. And some people are living, they just live. I said, thank God you have money, because that's what's keeping you abroad now. If you didn't have money, you'll be back in Nigeria. Sad, a family of 5. So most of the time we don't sit down to think deep. So you are saying that things have been the same over the years. It means that there's something you are not getting right. And you have to sit to detect it and discover it. Sometimes also I'm privileged to counsel people, and I realize that many people are not even truthful and factual with themselves. Listen to me. Everybody has to be brutally honest with themselves. I remember I was working in a place and people just thought I knew so much, but me, I sat myself down. I gauged my level of knowledge. I saw that it was not high. So I quickly, jejely, developed a plan around self-development.
That's fine.
And I started learning all those skills they thought I knew. So by the time I needed to start exhibiting those skills, at least at beginner level, towards intermediate level, I already knew them. So I didn't put myself to shame. I didn't shame my household like I used to. So it's about you sitting, look through 2023. What were your specific goals? Forget the economy of Nigeria or the economy of the whole world, but what goal did you set in specifics? What were your parameters, or your, like they say at what, KPI, key performance index? What were your parameters for measuring those goals that you set? Many times, most people don't have it. And then when I say things are not, things can be fine because you are not specific as to what you want. So so back to reflection. There's something called the blessing of hindsight, I call it. Sit yourself. You can't do it in 10 minutes. In fact, all of us must master the art of thinking. Sometimes just take 30 minutes per day. It might be one of your, I don't believe in resolutions anyway, but I mean, I don't believe in I believe in resolutions, but I don't believe in that.
New Year resolution.
What I believe in is you sit down at different points in your life and ask yourself, what do I want to do better going forward? What have I not been doing well?
Excellent.
Then create time. If you take 30 minutes to think every day, in fact, 30 minutes is too much. If you take 15 minutes to do concentrated thinking every day, you would have more results.
Excellent.
Because concentrated thinking will lead you towards solutions to make you ask the right questions. You go online, and when you see that you are getting it wrong, you can ask a mentor or ask a friend or something. So, if you have not been doing well and you have entered 2024 and it looks like you're not going to do well, there's something you're not getting right, and you need to sit down and think deep, not just think. Think deep. Now, if you're having blockers while thinking, seek help. That would really go a lot.
That's fine.
So
And thank you very much. This is really enlightening, and I know you are giving a lot of information that will really transform so many lives listening to what we are sharing today. A follow-up question to that, which I think you started already, is we need to help people out there who may say, okay, what are some of the strategies that I can come up with to have a good goal that is achievable at the end of the day, in line with my purpose?
With my purpose. Awesome. So I think the first part of the answer is that in line with my purpose. So let's make a big assumption that you already know the direction you want to head towards. Like my friend would say, that if you are trying to drive towards, let's say you're going right, you are supposed to go right. The right is the direction. And you are driving very fast towards the left. No matter how fast you drive towards the left, in fact, the faster you drive, the farther you are from going right.
Right direction.
Right. Yeah. So no matter how beautiful your goals are, if they're in the wrong direction, you just be wasting energy. And it's so interesting about like law of conservation of energy says that in a closed system, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to the other. And that's why frustration is a form of energy, because something is not being achieved and then someone is frustrated. But you can see excitement when you are achieving the things that you are supposed to achieve, even if they are selfish goals, like many people have got these days. So back to it, the first assumption is that you are in purpose. You are doing what you're supposed to do. It might be demeaning. Let me say that quickly. Do you know that there are times that the purpose for the moment for you is to learn a skill, and the person you are learning the skill from might just be rude? So you might need to just find a way to cope. Let me rush up. I know our time is running fast.
All right.
And you might need to just learn to cope. You might need to just learn to bow your head and just learn from such a person. So I just said I should drop that. Now, if you have ironed out your purpose, the direction you want to perceive yourself down. Now, it's a conventional thing. They say set smart goals. Set goals that are specific, that are measurable, that are achievable, they are realistic, and that are time bound. For example, let's say that I am lacking in skills and then I need a high income skill. There's coding. I'm talking tech because I'm tech.
That's fine. That's
so
fine.
there's UI, UX, there's data analysis, there's this, there's that, there's that. And then I listen to 10 people with all of those skills. If I'm not careful, I will not achieve anything. I want to learn coding. At the same time, I want to learn data analysis. At the same time, I want to become a Scrum Master. Phase one, set your goal around. Is measurable, is realistic, is achievable. Or you want to make money in 2024. What are your financial goals? Last year, you were only able to make 500,000 naira profit. And suddenly out of the blue, you say you want to make 50 million naira this year. It's not realistic. It doesn't make sense. What channels? Through which channels do you make it? So let your goals be specific, measurable, achievable. Let them be realistic, and let them be time bound. And if you are confused, reach out to people that can be of help. Don't be proud. So let's drop that
there. Thank you very much. This is really, really encouraging. This is really interesting. I know there's going to be a part 2 of this discussion. I'm very sure there's going to be a part 2 of this discussion, but please, for today, what would be your parting words to someone out there who just needs an encouragement?
Be truthful to yourself.
Great.
Be truthful to yourself. Yes, I understand that a lot of people are fake these days. People are living fake lives. I saw a very funny skit some days back. A pretty lady went to the supermarket on a bike to shop. She had bought noodles. She had bought some other stuff, some other items, right? When I say noodles, I'm not advertising for anybody.
Absolutely.
Noodles can be made by different organizations, so it's a type of, you understand? So that brand that you are thinking, I'm not advertising for anybody. So She bought all sorts. She now met a guy that came out. The guy was standing beside a big SUV. And then
Okay.
she was not English. Now the bike guy now started shouting, Madam, answer me now. She now said, do I know you? I don't know you now. I don't know you. Have I met you before? He wants to embarrass me, man. And then the bike guy said, okay, you don't know me. I mean, so the bike guy rode off. And then the guy, not like I need to leave now. The guy she was now talking to now called the bike and went with the bike. So she apparently thought the guy was the owner of the big car, but the guy too also. Right. So she lost the guy. She lost all the things she bought. But in our generation, there's a lot of fake. People are living fake lives and stuff like that. If you are living at a Bakatari, it's okay. That's where you live, and it's fine. It's totally fine. Don't put yourself under undue pressure. There's a lot of pressure already in this world. Now, enter this 2024. Continue 2024. Being real with yourself. Set your seal. Agree with yourself that this is where I am now. Where I'm going to Jos, Nigeria. It's going to take me 23 hours, but I'm presently at Bodija, Ibadan. So for me to take off to Jos, what's it going to take me? Estimate everything and start running after your goals. Stop trying to be fake. Be yourself. Be original. In no time, if you can set yourself properly, you will get there and you'll be fine.
Amen.
And that's what I want to do with somebody today. Be yourself. Stop being trying to be a fake.
Thank you very
Yes,
much. Thank you very much.
great
We are
pleasure.
so happy and privileged to have you share with us today from your wealth of experience. Yes. I'm really excited that, well,
Same with me.
I'm really, really excited to
Same
see
here.
you coming on board and
Right.
impacting life the way you have always been impacting life.
Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you very much. We appreciate it. We are going to bring you on board again, please.
I would appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm great.
Okay.
All right.